Good morning, everybody. So today we have no car over here right now. We are. My friend is bringing a car right now, so we are going to work on that today. He is almost here, so we'll show you what we are working on it in a little bit. Here is what he brought. He got some tools over here. So we are doing some clutch job. I think his clutch is toast, I think. So we are doing that. And we got some big jack stand and oil and whatnot. So we are getting to that right now. All right, Joe, what do we got here?
So we have a 2006 Sentra.
All right.
As you can see, it's not
Right.
it's wrong wheel drive.
Okay.
A lot of work's going into this.
Yeah. This is what, 350Z engine?
This is a Nissan Quest engine. Actually, it's a
Okay.
HR base with single CVT timing and rev up components. So it uses an upper and lower intake and oil pan from a rev up that's been machined to fit the heads.
Damn, that's like crazy work
The
like that.
cradles have been built to allow the motor to sit on an S13 subframe.
Whew, that's crazy. But it fits good.
Yep, uses a mix of Ultima and Quest components for the drive line, for the belt.
Oh, wow.
350Z pipes, Sentra radiator,
So-
CD09 transmission.
In all six, it usually come with front wheel drive, right? But this one has a rear wheel drive now?
Correct. So they usually come 2.5, QR25, 6-speed or automatic, depending on what submodel it is. And originally I had taken that same motor and turned it sideways, and well, I got bored with it and we went bigger.
Yeah, more power now, right?
Way more power.
That's good. So in the back, we got what, 240 rear end, you
Yeah,
said?
so the front and the rear are 240 base. It's S13 subframes, S14 front control arms, a S14 rear diff, and a 3:6 ratio. The exhaust is a mix of 350Z and S13.
That's crazy.
The brakes are all off the S13 with the exception of the fronts. The fronts are R32 and B15 combination.
Wow. It's such a hard work right here.
The headers, you may have heard a rumble on the way into the garage. The headers are UEL. They're custom made in-house.
Wow.
As is just about everything else.
Wow, that's great. Nice job, though. So what are we doing today?
So today, after the last drift event, my clutch decided to eat itself. So today we're going to drop the transmission and put a fresh flywheel, clutch and draw bearing in it.
Okay.
And sparing any time, maybe an oil pan. Because yours truly doesn't know how to drive in back roads.
All right, well, let's get to this
we'll
thing.
get to
Let's
it.
go. All right, we got the car on the jack stand. That's nice. Pretty high, so we got plenty room to get the transmission out and change the clutch. And yeah, as you can see, that's like S13 subframe, right, Joe?
Yep, so the rear subframe is S13. Don't mind the shitty welds. I put an emergency exhaust on there.
Oh, it's on, so.
So
yeah.
it's 99% ISR components. Shout out to ISR. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
right?
So front and rear, upper and lower.
Amazing.
The lowers are just eBay. I really couldn't find a set of control arms to suit, so we're dealing with those. The fuel pump is Air Motive 1000.
Yeah, I think those are good brand.
Yeah. At some point, I want to build a diffuser to sit underneath the car in the back here.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of just
Yep.
that's not really priority.
Right, you got so much to do, right?
Yeah. And the diff, I have a new diff to put in it. With,
Oh yeah?
4-1 gearing.
Oh, okay. So what do you have right now, you said?
3.6. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
all,
that will help a lot,
yeah,
yeah.
it's all factory. Although I have power to drift in third, it's all factory Z gearing. It's meant to have a 3.6 with the straining.
Right.
And the drive shaft in there is carbon out of a Z. I've just shortened it.
Oh, okay. How was that? Was it easy?
That was a project in and of itself. My buddy Mason gave me a hand with, which was impressive, honestly. We wound up making, I didn't have a press to press this thing as long as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
So we used the steel beam out of our old shop, and we made a truss for the center of the beam, and made a press out of a bottle jack. So once we cut the amount of carbon off I wanted and I sealed it how I wanted it, we pressed the back yoke into the shaft, and it's, when I say like it's smooth as butter, like self-balancing. You know, it's
That's
got
great.
a weird device inside of it that expands, and
That's nice.
yeah, it's strong. It's
That's
strong.
good. Yeah, I see this car drifting too, so
Yeah,
you know.
it's definitely put in its work over the years. You know,
That's good.
It's brought me a lot of good seat time, and well, some not so good seat time. I'll be honest. With every project like this, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, everything is custom made, so you know you don't know until you try it for sure.
And the exhaust was much nicer. At one point, I decided to have a run in with a railroad track.
Oh,
like
okay.
A raised set of railroad tracks.
Yeah.
And well, when I came down from from that, it crushed the exhaust. So,
Okay, that's what happened. Yeah.
I wound up using an S13 turbo axle back, or mid pipe right there.
Right.
And what I had left of an axle back, I cut and welded a flange to just to make it work. But it seems to work just fine. It sounds good. And
It's winter is coming up, so if you got time, do that. You know.
yeah, at some point I'd like to do a one-piece mandrel bent, something, you know. Something
That would be nice. Yeah. All right, I guess it's time to do the crutch.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Should have had a weird bolt on. That look good, a little bit in, that's a good. Straightforward job, it looks like.
That's good.
And then the pressure plates. Do a quick QA. All right, that's it.
Nice. Let's get this thing on. The flywheel he got.
Yeah, so
Very nice.
Mason's Racing down the road from here. Well, they specialize in straight line cars and alcohol powered motors, but they have an in-house machine shop at the gas station. So I had them cut the flywheel yesterday, same day. Good price, you know.
That's good. Yeah.
Spare. And clutches, I'm on the fence about clutches. I like, for a performance car, like, yeah, I can see spending hundreds, but for a drift car, it's gonna get destroyed anyway, in my opinion. So, I mean, I cheap out a little bit here and there. Get a good flywheel, good pressure plate with the disc. They come and go. So I have a budget disc here from Clutch Max Pro. But when I buy clutches, right, the big thing I'm looking for here are the springs, right? So some of them are enclosed, some of them are. The enclosed ones I go for, these dual, you can see in there, these dual springs. If one should fail, at least they're not going anywhere and you're not stuck in go mode on the track or whatever. You can get the car where you gotta get it. But they're a little bit stronger than most, where it counts, you know?
Yeah.
This disc itself ran me about 85 bucks on Amazon, and it's the exact same one that's in here, and that clutch lasted over 1.5 years of non-stop abuse on the track, like
For 85 bucks,
for 85
right?
bucks, it took a beating.
Yeah.
And did its job. So if it's costing me 85 every 1.5 years, or every year, every season, I'm happy. Like,
right, yeah.
I'd rather the clutch blow out than break a transmission or break something else detrimental.
That's for sure, yeah.
So, you know, design it to be breakable, and
Perfect.
that's perfect.
All right, let's get this thing on and then get it done. Oh yeah, the oil pan is like pushed in good, huh?
Yes.
So we're gonna replace that later on.
Yeah, that's an easy job though, and I have the RTG for it. That I thought I had.
Custom everything. Engine mount.
Oh, I bought these for you.
Oh.
is pulling the wire harness off. The big bulky shit is easy, you know?
Right.
And then I gotta get into the battery and disconnect the battery right from the...
So that all the ball everywhere now.
So,
What do we got here?
hello YouTubers. So we were wondering, as people do, why there was a ball bearing on my crank sensor.
Okay.
So there's many ball bearings in here, and well, you know, that'll buff right out, right?
Right,
Yeah.
that will buff
So
right.
I'm going to probably scream. I'm not sure yet. I have to press. I have to press off this race from my throwout bearing assembly. And look, there's a clutch mask sticker behind the arm. That's interesting. So, good news, the clutch is in great shape. We're changing it anyway.
Right.
Bad news is the, well, there's the squeal.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
I see the other piece like right there.
so prognosis on the $85 clutch, good to go, but buy an OEM bearing.
Yeah, that's definitely no good. So.
But am I? No, fucking not. So yeah, so that was fun. The CD decided to exit stage left and fall on top of me, which is cool. Yeah, it's, you know, riveting, I'm sure. No shaft play, that's great. Good old CD trans in good condition. Somehow I'm gonna have to bench press this back into place. Good news is I didn't have to take my exhaust out.
Yeah.
I don't feel like buying exhaust gaskets. Great.
All right.
I just built it around the transmission. Bad news is I'm a big guy and this is a very small space, so this is going to be interesting to get back into place and install. Yeah. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Give Yuki a like.
Thank you.
And we'll get to getting here and we'll check back in a couple minutes.
All right.
Like brand new. It's still full thickness, like 100% full thickness.
That's the same clutch you just
That is
got,
the
right?
same clutch I've been running for about a year now, maybe a little over a year, beating the absolute fucking trash out of it on the track.
That's
and
good.
streeting it. It appears like nothing is wrong with it.
Nice.
All the rivets are intact. This is fucking beautiful. And the pressure plate is mint. It has maybe a top hair of fucking heat score. No gouges, no nothing. Looks like, looks perfect. It looks amazing. Like, well, near new. Like, it looks like it has less than 1,000 miles on it.
Nice.
But the bearing, as you could see, ate that. That's fucked. That is rat fucked. All right, so here's what's lodged inside the pressure plate. That's cool. All right, so I have a good spare disc.
Same as what we got
That's
from Amazon, $85.
Yeah, and it outlasted everything else.
Yeah, over a year of all the abuse and still using it, no problem.
Yeah, no leaks back here. That looks good. This is concerning though. This surface is not raised. This should be higher here than this is, and it's flat across, which is concerning because my machine shop guy swore up and down that it should be changed. Interesting. Oh, now I gotta measure some surface area real quick. I'm gonna do flywheel and make sure this or that one isn't bad, because one or the other. I mean, I'll just put the fucking thing back together at this point. I should pull this off and then note the marks.
Yep.
Yeah, this, I don't know, can you see that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, aside from the focus, there's very little gouging here at all. It's mostly just like heat, whatever term you want to use. I don't care, whatever. It's not really scored.
Take that off, right?
Yeah, it could use a good cleaning. I mean, this is a good spare at this point.
All right.
You know, I'll have Bob at Mason's cut this. And go from there.
All
Alright, so we're gonna have to
get that thing off.
yeah, that's a TP55 socket, I believe.
Okay.
Let's see if we got that in stock, and we'll go from there.
One little quick tip for everybody. Look at that cap we just made, so that it doesn't leak oil everywhere from the transmission. That's a perfect idea one. That's what did you use this cap for? From what?
Oh, that's off That's a Poland Springs water bottle. So that a Poland Springs, this one right here, this full size jug.
Yeah, if you ever get those,
Yeah,
keep the
that
cap.
cap is the exact size of a CD trans input shaft, output shaft.
That's
right?
crazy.
That
That's a good idea. I mean,
So-
obviously it leak a little, but you know,
but
better
it saves you a hassle. You know?
Yeah,
so
like
that
crazy.
cap's the exact diameter to fit inside that seal, and you just use a small screw so you can pull the cap back out.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's such a smart tip. Like, you know.
Life hacks.
Right. There you go. All right. So we got the old one out.
Alright, so
And that's
don't
the
mind me, I look like a grub right now, but the old one, aside from little
Yep, we can
heat
see
pop
now.
marks,
Yep.
this is in great condition. You know, we can have this cut and let that be it.
Yeah. Let's be brand
This
new.
flywheel
Yep.
has a small problem. That pin's gonna be pushed out. That was on someone's crank at some point.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll take that down a little bit. Aside from that, it's ready to sock right on.
Nice.
Prep it and clean it with some brake cleaner, and in she goes.
Nice. Let's get it on. These are all the one. We got same one over there. All right. We just cleaned out. Looks all set over here. We're gonna put back the flywheels now, and I'm gonna put back the transmission and the clutch. So what are we doing now?
We're to a point now where we're going to torque down the flywheel in sequence.
Okay.
FSM says 63 inch pounds, and then yank the bolts back out, add red Loctite, and then put them back in, crank them to 70. So, you know, with anything, we're not going to go straight to 63 inch pounds. We're going to go in steps, so that way it torques down evenly, ceases flywheeling correctly. Then we're going to yank them, then we're going to add the red Loctite and do the same thing all over again up to 70.
All right. So that's what we're doing now.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold this side so it won't spin.
Yeah, so you're gonna hold the crank.
Yep.
And shout out to Snap-on for the torque wrenches. Thanks a lot.
There you go.
So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was at 45, going to 70. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. All right, there's the torque sequence. Now we can go back them off again. So switch your ratchet around.
Take it off and then put Loctites, right? That's what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, hold on, I gotta switch that one now. That's right. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
One, 2, 3, 4.
You go one, and how you do it?
So I tighten, you know, flush in any particular order, doesn't matter. So you apply torque, you start here, 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6, 7, and then 8.
That's the order you wanna do.
Yep.
If you guys wondering.
So you
and
start-
after that, you take off.
Yeah,
right?
you have to take them all back out again, right? Apply your red Loctite to each of the threads, put them back in, then same thing, torque them up to half their specification and then full specification to seat it in evenly, you know? And when you're done, one click doesn't mean it's torqued. Go over each of the bolts. This is where sequence doesn't matter. Once you're fully seated and torqued down, you can go in a circle or whatever, but hit them all again and make sure none of them move. If they move, repeat the torque sequence.
That's a little trick, but make sure you do it right and you do it once, so
Yeah.
you know you don't have to do it again.
Now we're gonna have a go at putting the clutch disc in, so we're gonna get the alignment tool that fits. So that's gonna sit inside the transmission. I'm sorry, the inside the alignment bearing that's inside the crank against the flywheel.
It's a new pressure. Ooh, brand new, nice.
Yep.
Let's get it on.
Now as taking it out, the clutch and flywheel and whatnot, they're relatively new anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this in.
Nice.
Okay, back in action here. So we're gonna use this alignment tool to line this up here. I can actually get it in there. There we go. All right. It's not blowing my head, thank you. Pressure plate, which we've cleaned already. Make sure when you do put a pressure plate in, it's gonna have cosmoline on the surface. We've already taken that off. A little brake cleaner and a rag goes a long way. All right, so now we're just gonna figure out how this lines up. Got 3 bolt holes there, and it looks like this is it right here. 3 notches to the bottom, notches to the right. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
There you go.
All right, so I'll just. Oh no, that is the wrong one. It's a couple degrees off. Just spin clockwise. Line up.
Right there.
It's looking like it's not the one. Nope.
Is that it?
Let's repeat till we get it right. There we go. That's better. That looks better. Okay. Clutch is even.
So this one we don't Loctite, right? Or do we?
You can. It didn't last time, so I'm not gonna know.
Okay. So I guess you can if you want. You don't have to.
It doesn't hurt. We're gonna get a couple bolts in there just to
Hold it. Yep.
seat it in place, and then I can
Then go.
confirm visually that this thing is dead center before I sock it down.
Okay.
Realistically, it's not going to matter because once you depress the pressure plate, the disc is going to find its home anyway. Yeah, we'll try to keep this as by the book as we can. Okay. And book calls for 28 to 33 foot-pounds. I believe it was what, 7 to 10?
Yeah, 7 to 14. Yep.
7 to 14, then walk it up. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's find the socket for this. These threads are fucked. Oh, it ate the exhaust, it ate the shocks, it ate the oil pan. And so I rush and I get these shocks changed and I put a new oil pan in and I make a new exhaust. And that following week I go to Lock City. And I drive the whole time, and on the way back from Lock City, I hit the oil pan again. I can't win.
Nice.
I can't win.
We will fix this today, so it'll be all right.
And that was a brand new pan too. I just got that off Amazon. You know, you can't beat it for $20. Shit, you can't beat it. So,
exactly.
And I had a spare, so I cleaned the spare up. And on the way here, I hit a bump in the road somewhere, and I heard the scrape. I couldn't have been doing more than 20-25 coming down 6, and it finally cracked and started for all that.
You know what? For $20, it's like basically same stuff you get from like what AutoZone and O'Reilly anyway.
It's a stamped pan. You know?
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend $85 on a pan when it's gonna just get hit again.
Right, and they're the same thing. You know, they just mark it up. So
why not? It's not like the quality. It's not like it's welded. It's a one stamp pan.
Right. If it's like a quality one, we get it, but it just cheap aftermarket parts. So we're almost finishing up the torque, and then pretty soon we're gonna put the new transmission. Not new, but the transmission will go back on soon.
Yeah. We are gonna put a new throw bearing in though, so we're gonna show you how to prep that.
Yep.
And,
that'll be exciting.
Yeah. How it did, but the crazier part is that it lasted, and I drove it home from the Quonset event, and then drove it here with like
that. Literally
it
like
was
this.
blown in half with missing ball bearings, and it drove all the way here and didn't skip a beat.
That's crazy.
Didn't skip a beat.
That look like toast.
That's
it's gone.
that was pretty bad.
Well, he's getting the new one today and it's good, ready to go.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on this transmission we got?
Alright, so we're gonna take out the shift fork.
Alright, which
And
is...
I'm gonna press the rest of the race off the piece here.
Okay.
As you can see, it's pretty fucked up.
Yep.
I'm not too sure how we're gonna do that yet, so.
Well, we'll look into it in a bit.
We will figure that out as we go.
Alright.
But for you guys that put CDO9s and just about everything, the mount that I have here is right off the shelf in AutoZone from the quote-unquote performance aisle.
Okay.
And without modifying anything, it bolts directly up to this bottom portion where the transmission ends here. There's 2 bolt holes, and it's a direct fit with 3 bolt holes on the bottom, so you can build a slider bracket of whatever sort.
That's good.
And
that's one thing AutoZone good for, I guess.
that's a I'm not sure. It's energy suspension that makes it.
Okay.
But it's,
so you probably can get it from the energy suspension.
It's for a GM transmission of sorts.
Okay.
And it's
That's
it was
good.
a direct fit for me. I kind of just tried it out on a whim, and it worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
So energy suspension makes a good part, and then I use it personally too. They're great.
So use them. I was using for a while. I was using an SR orange block, like a eBay brand.
I've seen that
mount
before. Yeah.
for my last setup. But it didn't fit this transmission.
Right. So we got this is leaking. You said so. We're gonna
So
tighten
this
that.
cap is leaking. So this is the shift return springs are on either side here, and I've already modified those with a set of double springs.
So we'll just take that off.
Yeah,
Put
so
new
I'm gonna-
LTV on it. Should
Yeah,
be
well,
good.
there may be an O-ring, and if there isn't, well, we're either gonna make one work or RTV it to stop the leak, because
You don't want that leak.
I'm kind of anal about leaks. So.
You should be. You don't want a leak anyways. All right. So
Clean up
we'll
the bell
go.
housing real quick and put a little grease on the shaft. We'll call it a day.
Nice. Let's get that done. Yeah.
Okay.
Get that thing on.
Just get that back on there. So off camera, what we've done is I found out this was loose and leaking. So I just took it out, cleaned the surface. We had a little bit of bead of RTV, just for my peace of mind. And we're gonna sock it down, and that's it.
Yep. Simple.
Yep. And the shift return spring set came with the shifter that I used to convert this and make it shorter, which is was a little loose. It's ugly.
All right. I'll get you a socket and then put that thing on tight.
Cool.
What are we doing now? Using grease and grease that bad boy, and then.
Yep. So we're going through. I replaced the throwout bearing.
Nice.
There's not much left of the old one.
Yep.
It's a simple press-on job.
Yeah, so we had this piece that was on the old one. We had to cut it and get this out.
Put a slice on that.
Yep.
To make life easy, you can place this in a freezer and this in a freezer, and it makes pressing this on a lot easier. You just wait till it's room temperature to put it back in, which it is now. So just grease the inside of it, grease the shaft, and
grease that
the pitman
little
arm
ball,
ball. A little bit of grease there. Yeah, like that.
Nice to have those grease on.
Yeah, and the same thing, just pack a little bit inside the pitman arm here. Seasoned. Like that, and that'll go in.
Get that grease on.
Right. I'll wash my hands after this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like that. And these surfaces get greased. Like that, and then it gets assembled. I'm gonna rag on here. Yeah. The rag's seen better days.
Right.
So is the car.
So we're putting this together now, and it's going back in any second. So this time we are smarter a little bit, so we remember to strap it this time, so it doesn't fall, right?
Yeah.
So this transmission is going back in from the front, going back.
Nothing quite like a CDO9 transmission falling on you.
Right, you don't want that.
Really get the blood flowing.
Right, let's not do that this time.
Getting it in here is gonna be a
Little bit.
God. For you viewers out there, what's the under over this thing fits for a shot? 'Cause I don't think it's gonna.
Oh, pretty close, but might have to. It's like perfect right there, like that.
Don't breathe.
So just need to go up a little bit on the jack, maybe. How's that other thing?
Oh, we're a good 8 inches away. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. Well, we gotta come up with a better plan, but
Oh,
let's
boy.
figure it out. We came up on solution. What we're doing is
It's a eureka moment.
taking the tires off and go from the side in.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
not going
front?
from the front, it's not going from the back, so...
Yeah, so we don't green right there.
Space.
Alright.
What a joke. Next!
Next! Look at that. We're going right there.
Nice fit.
That's why we wanted it. Let's go. Now.
Well, we're speaking too soon here because I'm stuck.
Well, we speak too soon, but.
Well, maybe not.
We'll figure this thing
We can
out.
do this. We can do this.
So close.
It is very close.
But we'll get it on. Alright, so what we decide to do is we're gonna lift it up just so that we have enough room to go put the transmission down, and then we're gonna lower it down a little. It's just cause our jack stand is maxed out and we can't really, you know, use it. So just gonna use the jack, lift it up, put the transmission in, and lower the thing down. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, just for the record, no tools were thrown during the making of this video. Yet.
Yet. Yes, we got the transmission going up. Got them to fit under there, and it's going up right now. And we're gonna bolt the transmission down and drive shaft and whatnot, and ready to go. Let's get this thing mounted up.
The engine. That should be. It's come loose. That's beautiful. It's not die today, thanks.
We are pretty close.
Well, that's enough room to work with. It'll pitch. That's good.
Nice. So now I'm gonna hit on this side. You clear the exhaust. It's about to be almost there.
Alright, big things we're looking for not to.
Alright, we put that transmission on the right spot now.
And just, going through the struggle.
Yeah,
Getting the bolts in.
right. But we got those on pretty much, so
For the most part, yep.
yeah, it's lined up, and just bolt them up, tie them up, and then put everything back.
I have the highest regard for my own life using Harbor Freight jack stands. But that's not gonna fucking drive.
Alright, updates. We got the transmission jack out, so we all set. The transmission is in. All the braces going back on, and just drive shaft pretty much, and then then shifter, right? And then it should be all set.
Drive shaft, shifter, and just wiring.
Yeah,
That's it. We're just about done.
that's good. Let's get it done, and then
Break out the oil pan right quick. And
right. Yeah, we're gonna fix that next, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, that's totally toast.
yeah,
So we're draining the oil right now. Take all these bolts, very simple. 10mm, put new one, and we're gonna call it a day, I guess. Right?
Yeah, so yeah, we got a new pan to put on.
Yep.
Magnetic drain plug, and hopefully my pickup tube isn't destroyed.
Oh, hopefully not. But let's find out.
I'll send it anyway.
All right. Anything crazy in there?
A little bit of metal chip. No, that's from the
Oh, okay. Well, I don't see something crazy there.
no, just RTV from
Yeah.
shit.
That's not bad.
No metal.
That's the thing up, right?
Just a little bit of fuel, maybe milky. It could just be the mix of the different oils I used. It's definitely not metallic or anything, so that's good. But
The tube is good. Not too bad.
the tube's got some shit in it. It's like RTV that it picked up.
Yeah.
I'll bend that back and then we'll suck the crap out of it and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that back. Done.
be
All
good
right.
to go.
Nice.
It's nice. How the fuck? You ever get rid of an ex-girlfriend, you find the hair everywhere? There is a goddamn hair in my oil pan. How? How the fuck?
Putting a new LTV on this thing, all prep. Let's ready to go. Got the old one out. Cleaned out on the top, everything is clean and just waiting to do LTV and ready to go. Just moving that. What are we doing on that?
So
what's the plan?
Plan is I'm gonna get this belt on where it belongs.
Right.
And then I'm gonna take a look at this alternator and see how far off it is. For whatever reason.
So it's not straight for whatever reason, right? That's why it's
Yeah.
keep coming loose.
Either it's that or it's this tensioner. It's one or the other.
Mm.
And it looks like the tensioner is crooked. It's not the alternator. It's the tensioner fucking blowing the belt off. That's interesting. Okay. Belt's coming off.
So what's the plan now? Trying to play with the tensioner?
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna move the tensioner. It looks like the bolt, like either it's loose or that whole assembly may have shifted.
So just make a play adjustment there. Hopefully it doesn't come out anymore.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Alright, just gotta put the belts back on. We all set. Drop down the car. It's gonna be fun part because we gotta drop the back a little bit down and the front a little bit down, and you know, I gotta go back and forth a little bit because it's so high, but everything went smooth, so hopefully it's all set and he can go home. And it's so dark out. We started so early, but at least it's done in one day, so. Alright, that's it. Thank you.